Hi everyone, let's talk about the new Halloween 4-star Welfare Elizabeth of the End, a 4-star waifu that has one of the most insane support capability. To the point you're asking, is that even legal? Skill 1 gives herself a 30% MP battery, then a party 10% MP gain per turn, and a 10 crit star gain per turn for 3 turns. Skill 2 gives a party 20% attack damage boost for 3 turns, then gain 30 crit star and a party 20% crit damage boost for 3 turns, in which when on Halloween battlefield will further increase the party's crit damage by 30% 3 turns. Skill 3 increase a party member's buster performance and crit damage by 50% 3 turns and increase the crit star absorption by 500% 3 turns, then reduce her own HP to 1 as a demerit and gain self-immolation status that deals 1000 damage to herself every turn for 3 turns as a demerit. Her noble Phantasm is a buster AoE that before attacking gains 10% self-buster performance boost 3 turns, then deals 300% damage to all enemies and remove all their offensive buffs, and inflict 1000 damage curse and burn to all enemies for 3 turns. Elizabeth of the End is definitely one of the most broken 4-star in the current FGO. Skill 1's MP and crit star per turn, Skill 2's party attack and crit damage boost plus crit star gain, and Skill 3's exceptionally high buster and crit damage boost for 3 turns makes her having offensive buff stats identical as Merlin and similar to Koyanska. Even though she doesn't have any instant battery or defense support, her versatility and offensive buffs did compensate for that, especially when you accounted for the fact that she is a 4-star welfare. On top of that, she also has self-immolation status, a status that is similar to Harbrot's skill 3 self-death, opening up to a lot of damage potential for the main DPS and more strategic plays with party member. Her MP damage is not too bad also, and combined with her free buster command deck makes her also fireable to do one wave clear. If you are planning to use her as a support plugin, typical buster support or crit support can be used to pair up and buff your main DPS servant, but if you really want to use her as the main DPS, either choose not to use her skill 3 or alternatively use Alco or Nightingale, which can mitigate the demerit from her skill 3. CE wise, we have 2 options. If you're using her as a main DPS, then Black Rail of course, but if you're using her as a support plugin, then use her Born CE, which gives party 30% MP when she is defeated, or just any CE that gives team buff when she is defeated to further increase her supporting value. In conclusion, as a 4-star Avenger, Elizabeth of the End is an extremely great offensive support servant, offensive stats comparable to Merlin, and it's a welfare servant, and self-death mechanic makes her one of the best 4-star support. The only slight issue would be she doesn't provide any instant MP battery, but when comparing to the grand scheme of things, that's just a tiny flaw. That's it for now. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel, or else FGO will never give out these broken 4 stars as welfares ever again. Good luck farming in the Halloween event, and anyways, I'm gone now.